Received the pass. Here's Easton Young. Almost taken away from him by Cole Eiserman. Instead, he gains the red and sends a cross-ice dump to the far side. But it's met on the near side by Dakota Ray Mullen. Up top to Young. Walks towards the middle. Fires, and it's blockered aside. Gridin on the ice with Kroll. Watches as Cody, the captain, goes down to the corner. Gridin behind the net where it's regained by Ray Mullen. Played up towards Cole Eiserman. He gains the red and sends in deep to the near side corner. Xavier Veilleux, the first one on it, alongside Humphrey as it's taken back by the program. Intercepted by Gridin in the slot. Carried over the blue, now the red and the other blue. Towards the middle, nice move. Back to Connor, and his shot blocked by Ray Mullen. Nice pass by Gridin, but now Kroll looks out in front for Cam Coyne. And Dakota Ray Mullen sends a chip to the neutral zone. Glove down by Connor. He finds Kroll near side. Kroll lowers his shoulder, pops out in front. The shot turned aside by Parsons. Now here's Coring. His shot off the stick of Eiserman and out of play. Our first stoppage program player. While here's Cody Kroll. Has Eiserman all over him. So Whipple takes it in his own end off the back wall in the Red Bank Generals advertisement. And now it's carried up by Kamill Bednarik. Cuts towards the near side. Given away to Coring. Now Connor takes a check and loses the puck. Bednarik finds Eiserman. Joining up in the rush, the defenseman Emery cuts towards the net. Coyne had blown a tire, but still made a great defensive play. Here's Whipple to Eiserman, far side, missed the net. 117 goals as a member of the NTDP. Gridin knocked down, draws a penalty, and the Jacks are going to go on the advantage for the first time tonight. Interference, the call. E.J. Emery will go to the box. Cross from Klee. One backwards by David. Hagens' stick had broken. Eiserman keeps in far side, taken by Gridin and sent down the ice. Hagens gets a new twig from the bench as Jack Parsons stops the puck in his crease. Already 15 seconds gone off the Jacks kill. Here's Ray Mullen over the center ice logo. Hinges backwards to Hagens near side, enters the offensive end and wraps around to the far side. Coring meets it, but it's kept in by Plant. Here's Matvei Gridin taking it out of the zone. Gridin carries over the red, finds Klee, and it's sent deep. David Klee, the first one on it, immediately looks to fire it in front, but Ray Mullen got in the way of the pass that was intended for Gridin. Dakota Ray Mullen, committed to Michigan, sends backwards. Miscommunication. Sees Plant pick the puck back up, carry up the near side into the offensive zone. Dropped off for Hagens across the way. Here's Eiserman. Carried back to the neutral zone. Delayed offside. He enters a bit too early, so Xavier Veilleux has time with 57 seconds to go in the Jacks penalty kill. Eiserman had collided with the linesman on his way out of the zone. Philip Nordberg's clearing attempt went into the NTDP bench. Many years at USA Hockey Arena out in Plymouth. Eiserman fires one off this side of the net. That's at USA Hockey TV. Here's Ray Mullen, fired on target. Plant redirected it with his skate, but it goes wide. Now Eiserman is knocked down. Coyne sends it down the ice. Emery plays in the near side for Ray Mullen. Now Plant continues it all the way down where icing is called. Danny Claire's touching up. So the Jacks will get an offensive zone. It's Bednarik, the BU commit, across from Boisvert on the far side circle. One by Bednarik. He found Emery, and now here's Ray Mullen to Cole Eiserman. Taken by Claire's in the neutral zone. Regained Bednarik. Here he comes. Big toe drag towards his backhand, but is taken by his number 6 Whitcomb. Up to David Klee. He sends into the near side corner. Klee meeting Ray Mullen. They're forced down behind the net and around where E.J. Emery plays up to Bednarik. Now Eiserman through the neutral zone. Chips and gets off for a change. Another full 5-player line change for the NT. Connor comes on with Kroll. Veilleux joined by Coring. Here's Eiserman, fresh on the ice for the program. Kicks outside for Zemer. Pushed down low for Eiserman again. Plant to Zemer. One-timer from the slot, turned aside. And now it's Hagens on the near side. 3 minutes to go in the period. Down for Zemer. Up top, Ray Mullen holds and fires, blocked in traffic. Coring sends it down the length of the ice. Eiserman was calling for the one-timer on the far side, but Dakota Ray Mullen called his own number. As now he receives in his own end. Hagens quickly back to the offensive zone. Taken away by Veilleux, sends Kroll the other way. 2-on-1. Kroll has Zemer all over him. It's regained by the program, and now Zemer carries over the center ice logo to the offensive end. Far side, fired wide at Godziev's cage. Kept in by Eiserman on the near side wall. Taken by Veillot. He's looking to clear, but he can't. Regained by Hagens. Out of the box is Gridin. Joining his line on the ice while Ziemer sends to the near side corner. Coring the first one on it. Back across the way. No one home for the Jacks, but Hagens is there. Finding Eiserman. Fired onto Godziev. Stands in across from Brody Ziemer. Committed to the University of Minnesota. He's joined by a couple of future Eagles. Stiga and Hagens committed to BC. Face-off won by Ziemer out to Eiserman, who joined for this quick shot, but he can't fire it. Jacks at 18, tied up at 0 apiece. We'll be back for the
go! Both racers keeping the feet on the pedals. Monroe has already lost a pedal. You just got to get going, Monroe. Use your feet. Monroe, a soccer star.
Gridin walks up towards the blue line, tries to turn and fire, keeps it away from Plant across the way for Kroll. Corrals the bouncing puck across to the near side of the blue line for Coring. Fire just off target, and Connor gets it far side. Connor across the blue line to Coring again, down to Kroll, back up top to Coring. Ryan Coring down to Kroll on the wall, though it's taken off his stick and cleared into the neutral zone. Coring receives from Aucoin and finds Joe Connor. Connor in the neutral zone, back for Aucoin. I was talking about the Generals. Yves Hero, the director of hockey operations. Jack Callahan, the head coach. Brendan Van Riemsdyk, that's a familiar name to a lot of talented hockey players in the state of New Jersey. Of course, his brothers in the National League. James Van Riemsdyk, a New Jersey native. Brendan has been a really strong skills coach in Red Bank for a couple of years now. Really great staff the Generals are putting together for their inaugural season. Fired onto Godziev's side of the net. Waiting for it was James Hagens, but Godziev got in the way of the shot with Connor Boivert, the last remaining player from that first line. Gets started on the back check while Eiserman plays back door and they score. It's Kamill Bednarik on a great pass from Cole Eiserman, breaking the ice here in the second period, 1-0. The NTDP leads with 13:52 remaining in the frame. Take a look at the M-Live replay. Eiserman just slid it back door to Bednarik, and from the front of the crease, right at the red line. Just USHL games, but also college and IIHF games for Eiserman. It's his 26th assist, 74th total point. A shot from Connor is held on to by... Face-off is won back by Cooper Pearson. Solveig to Henriks near side. All three forwards touching the puck, but now it's Eiserman's turn. Taken off of his stick. Pearson to the near side for Henriks. Taken to the far side. Henriks on his backhand to the near side wall. Walks up the ice, finds Veillot. Xavier fires a shot along the ice, but gloved away by Parsons. And now it's Bednarik to Eiserman in the neutral zone. Cole Eiserman to the far side with speed. Turns and fires a shot off the side of the net. Goes off the back wall, and it's regained by Bednarik. Veillot, hard contact in the far side corner. Pearson gets knocked down. Puck comes across the crease. Eiserman gets stoned by Shika, who loses his stick in the process. He was sprawled out, reaching across the front of the net to make the save. Just in front of the NTDP bench, Bednarik takes the puck to the middle of the ice, enters the offensive zone. Young forces it down to the corner where he picks up as the Matvei Gridin. Oh, I'm looking at it. You're looking at the face-off. I was on the Speedio cameras that are used for the official replays during games. It was a good look for the Lumberjacks. All started by Connor and Gridin, who entered the offensive zone. Now Connor sends it down and around the NTDP end to the far side corner. Now near side, here's Kroll. Protecting, walks towards the blue line. Sends it down for Connor on the wall. Connor out for Veillot. Comes to the blue line for Young. It's kept in. Easton Young finding Matvei Gridin. Top of the slot. Fires a shot. That gets blocked, but kept in by Veillot. Now Young in space. Fires a shot. Blocker save from Parsons, and the rebound sent all the way down the ice, and icing is called against the NTDP. Well, here's Xavier Veillot. Backwards for Young, up the ice, and replay. It's funny, I live tweet the games too on Twitter, and Ryan Sykes posted a highlight of the first goal for Connor, his 28th of the season. Now he's got his second, so Ryan, let's get to cutting here. Ryan covers the USHL for Flow Hockey, does a great job, but I keep seeing the M-Live replay popping up on my Twitter feed. Puck taken by the NTDP. They clear their zone near side. Bednarik in the neutral zone, met by Aucoin, but here's Eiserman Cole Eiserman across the way for Whipple. It comes back to the neutral zone, so they'll have to regroup. Here's Hensler. Across the way, Eiserman. Sent down low. Taken away by Whitcomb, looking to clear the zone. He finds Boisvert. Here's Klee, holds and fires the shot high and wide. Xavier Veilleux near side. Veilleux up to Young. Young across the way, had Connor for the one-timer. At least Connor wanted it, but the passing lane disappeared because here comes Hensler, leading the rush, the defenseman. Near side, met by Veilleux, sent down the near side wall for Bednarik, down to the corner. Here's Eiserman, away from Young, looks to pop out in front. Great play by Veilleux, allows Cody Kroll possession. Puck comes back, centers into the near side, Whitcomb. Now he centers for Boisvert. Sacha cuts across the top of the circles, but it's taken away, where now it's controlled by Cole Eiserman. Back for Skahan. Eiserman and his line on the ice with Plant and Bednarik, while it's the goal-scoring line for the Jacks, Kroll with Gridin and Connor. Here's Cole Eiserman, popped out in front, fired wide by Bednarik on the redirection. So now here's Kim Aucoin across the way, Joe Connor. 2 goals in this game. Carries over the blue line, a pass across the ice, goes off the NTDP side hash mark. It's Bednarik across from Cody Kroll to take the draw. Bednarik has Eiserman and Plant with Rayo Mullen and EJ Emery. Face-off won by the Jacks. Nordberg, a big slap shot blocked by Emery. He blows a tire as Connor sends it behind the net for Kroll. Cody Kroll walks up the near side. Connor in the area as well, 2-on-2 on the half wall. Connor still battling for it, leaves off for Joe Connor. Connor across the blue line for Barry, down the wall, Gridin. Fired on net, in and out of the glove of Parsons, though he finds the rebound and swallows it up. The 21st shot of the game for the Lumberjacks. Baker and Van Vliet. All 3 guys listed as right wingers. Panzagi on the 4th line, Baker and Van Vliet listed as extra forwards. Puck comes out of play. Notre Dame, Wisconsin. You also get some Notre Dame, mentioned that. Some NCHC, Minnesota Duluth, North Dakota, but Hockey East as well. BC, BU. BC, a lot. Just great hockey programs getting some talented American-born skaters. Here's Bednarik. One of them fires onto Gaziev. And it's held on to Kamill Bednarik, committed to ball. Along with Cole Eiserman on the ice with Max Plant. Sacha Boivert for the Jacks was the face-off back. Here's David Klee. Sent down the ice, and icing is called against Muskegon. Here's the zone. Xavier Veilleux can't get it back deep. Instead, Bednarik gets it taken by Galanik. Finding Spitznagel, dropped off for Dahlheimer, and across the way it goes. Jack Galanik meeting Whipple. It comes up towards Plant. He takes a weird tumble, and it's set deep by Dahlheimer. Sent back down the ice. Here's Plant. Tipped off his stick, so no icing. Battling across from Veilleux. Spitznagel leaves it for Galanik. Back to Spitznagel, middle of the ice. Here's Dahlheimer, fired just wide. And now Galanik again. Far side. Jack Galanik dropped off for Spitznagel. Teddy Spitznagel up towards the blue line. Sends it back down low for Galanik. Dropped off for Dahlheimer behind the net. He's pinned against the wall by Larilla. Comes up towards the blue line for Coring. Sent back towards the neutral zone, but kept in by RK, they call him. Cole Eiserman, almost a breakaway, but he gets stepped by Aucoin. Eiserman to the offensive zone, though. Cuts towards the middle on his backhand, forced into the neutral zone by Boisvert. Now Whipple takes a hard check from Sacha. On the NTDP half in the neutral zone, one back by Bednarik. Eiserman gives it to his defenseman before a pass intended for him goes to Kroll, but now Bednarik knocked down just feet away from the Jacks' end. Taken back by Kroll to the NTDP end. Has Whipple on him. Pops out in front. Connor gets it off the pad of Parsons, but Whipple takes it once more. He finds Bednarik near side. Cuts over the center ice logo. Drops off for a teammate on the far side. That was Plant. Comes back on with Sullivan and Whitcomb, Toll and Barry. Boisvert will take the draw across from Bednarik. who's issued a warning. Max Plant came in through a little early as well. Won by the Lumberjacks. Here comes Whitcomb, committed to Yukon, finding Solovay. Pushed down in front. Parsons decides to continue play. Sends it to the far side corner, where it comes up the wall for Plant. He's met by Solovay. Kick to the neutral zone. Bauer-Berry centers for Boisvert and gets it back. Berry steps over the red line, looks for Solovay, but Max Plant has other ideas. He sends it back down to the Jack zone. Danny Claire's in the area. Leaves a check on the Plant, who goes down to Bednarik. Now behind the net with Berry draped all over him. Boisvert comes in to help out as well. Plant takes the puck, fires a pass up to Skahan at the blue line. Fired wide at Godziev. Here's Danny Claire's. Up the near side, finds Solovay. Tapped ahead for Boisvert. Backhand pass to Solovay near side. Throws back door. No one there to receive it. So it comes the other direction with the captain, Brody Zemer. Zemer drops off, looking for Hagens and finds him. Taken away by Boisvert. Chipped high in the air. Bouncing puck. Taken by Dakota Rayo Mullen. Across the way, Noah Lapointe. Draw across from Kamill Bednarik at center ice. Won by Bednarik to Eiserman, poked off his stick by Coring, and now Clee far side gets the puck and sends it down behind the net. Here's Parsons. To the near side, Coring looks to keep it in. He does. Here's Cody Kroll, near side corner, cuts across the goal line, pops out in front and plays across the way. Matvei Gridin, fresh on the ice. Leaves it for Clee, and now here's Coring. Coring fires a shot. Turned aside and out of play. Face-off will stay inside. Face-off near side. Extra attacker on the ice for the Jacks. It's Cody Kroll. He lines up at his own blue line, though. Boisvert will take the draw. It's Boisvert with Connor, Whitcomb, Gridin, Veillot, and the extra attacker, Cody Kroll. Bednarik for the draw across from Boisvert, wins it back. Skahan can't clear the zone. It's gloved down by Gridin. Regained by the program, but now Veillot fires on net. Moving screen from Connor, but still turned aside by Parsons. Here's Kroll in the neutral zone across the way, finding Gridin. Near side, Whitcomb. Wraps it down and around, slowed down by Parsons for Whipple behind his own net. Plays up the wall, kept in by Whitcomb. Down the wall near side, and behind the net again, it's taken by Whipple. Regained by Boisvert, though. Looking for Connor and finds him, pops out in front. Bouncing puck taken by Kroll, backhanded, but blocked. Now Plant sends it down the ice, empty net, he missed it. And icing is called against the NTDP. 2. Face-off won by the program. Net still empty for the Jacks. Now Solovay, the extra attacker, and Young replacing Veillot. Here's Young, dropped off for Gridin in his own zone. Matvei up the middle of the ice for Boisvert. Kicked out to Connor. Looking for Solovay. Taken away by an NTDP player. Bouncing puck. Trickles just off target. No icing, says the linesman. So here's Easton Young in his own zone, sent down the ice. Icing is going to be called against the Lumberjacks. So Shika's going to go back into his crease. Boisvert takes the draw across from Bednarik. Is taken by the NTDP. Played up towards the blue line. Into the neutral zone it goes. 16 seconds remaining. Bednarik, a pass for Eiserman to the near side. Cole Eiserman fires it off the post. And taken by Easton Young. This is a guy that's looking to make history with the most career goals in a program uniform. As he gets towards Worlds after the end of this season, but he'll take a 5-3 win